We're back. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel that takes you through the fog. Of course, we're going to go and do a quick mic check and everything. Make sure you guys can see us. Make sure you guys can hear us good and everything. Like I said, we're still setting up our live streams to make sure they're ready and good. And I realize the lightsabers are off. We're probably going to keep them off for this video just because we're probably going to go maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and we don't think they're going to last that long. They usually die us pretty quickly and all. But for everybody who's here, go ahead and leave some comments down. How's everybody doing? And then if you guys are also commenting in the chat, comment down below in the actual videos and that stuff saying that you are here during the live. We want to see a list of people who are live because we may have like an upcoming game that we may decide to do in the next stream, or even another giveaway that's included with those who made it in today's live. So we're still working on that, but we'll let you guys know. So how's everyone doing? Make sure everything is good. You guys can hear us. Everything is good. Checking up. So today I just want to say this for the live. We're going to go ahead and pretty much keep it brief as in our discussions and what we talk about. We're going to be doing like some of the speculations and rumors, as well as construction that's going on inside of Orlando. We might talk a little bit about Hollywood. We may do something where we spend like a minute or two just mentioning it over there. But other than that, we're going to pretty much just get into some of the construction going on for HHN, which they are pretty far underway right now. We know that some of the tents are being worked on. Of course, one thing I have to apologize in this live, I don't have any of the photos and all that stuff. I had a whole list of the photos and videos that I was going to add into it, and then I realized like, oh my god, we're like going live in any moment now, so I couldn't even get those photos and videos. It always happens, but I didn't get the time to be able to get it ready for you guys because we were going to show like all these photos and everything going on and all that stuff. But a quick hello to everybody who's here. We're going to go and call out some people. We got Timothy, Trace, the Haunt Informer, which if you guys don't know the Haunt Informer, you got to check them out. We went to Sir Henry's Haunted Trail last year during their Halloween season, and we miserably failed the 5-minute escape room. Yeah, that was bad. Christopher the Disney dude. Chris does things. Heather Decker, Blue Hawk. I realize there's another Christopher Gallagher. There's a lot of Christophers here. But anyways, big hello to all of you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. And with that being said, let's get moving into today's live. So the Halloween Horror Nights 31 in Orlando, and you got Halloween Horror Nights 22 in Hollywood 2022. By the way, our dog Hondo, if you guys don't remember from the last live, he's in his like terrible twos form. So he's learning to chew things and really gets annoying sometimes. So if we're looking away from the screen, we apologize. Yeah, he's gonna act up. Anyways, so Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando, the construction is going pretty well. We've heard they've been ramping up some things quickly, and they've been getting a lot of props and like construction, woodwork, and all that stuff into the tents. I don't know too much about the sound stages with things going on, but we know that the tents are going. Fast and Furious is already up tent-wise. They actually have 2 tents back there. We think, of course, one of them is like a break space for the cast and crew. And then the Men in Black tent, it's not up right now, but from some inside sources, we heard that they're actually planning either very soon or it's going up like as we speak right now. The Men in Black tent should be popping up any moment now. So that's always exciting to see the tents pop up and all that stuff, but it's just a white tent. It's nothing special. Yeah. So once seeing it. So. So once the facade starts going, it'd be great. Yeah. But so that's what we know with construction base going on at HHN.
Are the ones in the back up?
Yeah, those stay up year round. Yeah, those stay up year round.
Oh, that's right.
But I know somebody was telling me, I can't remember which one it was. I think the one that was Puppet Theater. The one that was Puppet Theater last year. I don't know the actual name of that sprung up tent, but they have some stuff going in there, getting ready to work, which is exciting. Yeah. But that's it for construction.
Not too much going on.
Yeah. Happy early April. That's all you get. But that's construction wise. And then moving into like the speculations and rumors, we really haven't heard much of any of the, IPs or originals and all that stuff, except for The Weeknd. If you guys have been following on Twitter and all that stuff, it seems like he's kind of like just throwing it out there.
Keeps tweeting. What do you call that?
like teasers.
It's like vague tweets about HHN and
in his last, like I said, I had photos and I didn't get them up in time for this. But
there was one where he was talking about how 2 of his music videos got like censored or something on
flagged.
YouTube or flagged for like not inappropriate, but like
just
adult,
mature
content. And he like tweeted about it and then was like, I'm sure Halloween Horror Nights likes them though, or something like that. So we shall see. Yeah, which it's obviously it's not a confirmation unless Universal or like HHN makes it official. That's why I always tell everybody, like, take everything you hear around March, April, May, June, a grain of salt until we actually get those announcements. Especially because they have had like houses and IPs that have been pretty much all but confirmed, like late into like the summer, and then something falls through and they end up not doing that house at all, and they end up doing something completely different. So.
And usually sometimes those fall through like last minute. We've had what in 2017 there's Blumhouse. Or was it 2018?
That was 2018.
2018,
that was my first year of scare acting.
Yeah.
That was how I got into HHN.
Yeah, because of a last minute change.
Yeah.
But Mr. Disney King said HHN better have Gremlin, Scream, and I don't care what else. LOL. So we're pretty much with you on that. We would love to see Scream as a house, and obviously with their first official announcement, their only announcement that they made so far for this year's event, that little clip of the phone that kind of said like bring, or they didn't say it on this one, they said it on their website, but the phone said never go alone, and the one person replied or whatever, I was like leave me alone and all that stuff, which is very like Scream, reminiscing and all.
Saw the new one,
the recent one, Scream 5, which we don't want to say anything because we don't know if anybody hasn't seen it in this live stream yet. And we don't want to spoil anything, but
it's the opening scene where she's
on her phone and all that. And I know like some people thought like, could it be like the original Scream? Will it be Scream 5? I would like to see the original Scream, but if they're using, it's an iPhone that they projected in that little clip, so they can't have that in the 1990s.
If that has to do with Scream.
If it has anything to do with Scream. We would love it to be in the event, of course. We'd love to see Ghostface. But that's what the clip was kind of like referencing in a way. But of course, nothing official. And then, of course, their actual post on Instagram was like, bring your Scream team and all that stuff, which, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they know that we want it. And whether they're bringing it or not, they're knowing like they can play around with us. So that's always a bummer. Just playing around with HHN.
I like this comment real quick. Hearing a rumor that House 11 this year is just going to be Universal forcing people to ride Fast and Furious.
That's a good horror movie right there for you.
You have to keep riding it over and over.
Oh, like you get stuck on that, what is it, like the little party bus?
Yeah.
And you're just stuck. And like, what seems the worst? I've only been on it once.
I don't know.
Was it the party scene where they're like dancing, I guess?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. I remember actually going on that ride like 2 weeks after it opened up. And I remember getting off saying I'll never go on it. And to this day, I have not gone on it. So it's bad.
Some people might like it. I don't know.
No. If you like it, I'm sorry. We're going to have a talk later. So, but anyways, so Scream could obviously possibly make it. Now, if we look at the speculation map that was done by HN Nightmares, there was no Scream that was on that map. But they even said it. We say it. Everybody says it every year. It's not official, and it does change. It will change. Yeah. And I mean, at least me, I don't know about you, Steph, but I get this weird vibe that, like, this is not really, like, a true map. I feel like it's kind of like, I think they just put some stuff to throw people off and really, honestly, like, make some things surprising. So
everybody I've talked to is, like, kind of disappointed with the speculation map. So I don't think that that's truly what it's going to be, especially after last year having such a big year. And we know that they likely made back a good amount of their money last year. I don't think that they're going to do like a meh year. Yeah.
Real quick, George Cutler said, I've been watching horror movies lately, which if you guys follow us on Instagram, I post more of our personal things that we do throughout the day. on Instagram. And last night we saw The Shining.
We started it.
Like, what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes? We only got to, and then Steph fell asleep, which I wasn't going to watch it by myself. So I was like, I'll wait, and we're going to try to finish it up tonight after this. And then the day before, we actually watched Poltergeist, which I actually really liked. I thought Poltergeist was really cool. I have to stay to the movies that were done like pre-2000 in the horror category. I gotta work my way up because I know like the visual effects back then isn't too crazy.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy them. I do, and I think the closer we get to HHN, I might try to step up and get to more recent horror movies. And depending on what's actually announced, then I'll watch more.
Yeah.
Like whatever they have. I know, like for instance, like last year they had Haunting of Hill House. And getting to your question, Haunting of Hill House is still my favorite one that we watched recently. As a show, but
Evil Dead.
Movie wise, no. The Evil Dead was all right, but it was like, okay, like it was a little weird.
He's kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening?
I know there was a couple scenes in there. I was really thrown off. But yeah,
the ending definitely.
Oh, there was
like, what is going on?
I love the 70s and 80s, and yeah, so. Also, Jason Chen, hope to see you both again this year at Universal. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah,
$20.
It's very generous.
You don't have to drop a $20 bomb like that on us. I really appreciate it. Though. We both do.
Yes,
but yeah, we hope so that honestly in the future that we can see anybody that we saw last year. We talk about it honestly every day, every week since HHN. That our favorite part of just doing this channel, but anything with Horror Nights, I think we enjoyed getting to meet you guys there. We're still not used to it. I remember opening night, we walked in and we met, I think it was 7 of our viewers or something like that. And like, the first hour or two. And I remember going like, oh, hi. Like, yes, we're real. Like, we're not just on the screen and all. And it's really crazy, but it's definitely really cool to be able to, just to see you guys and see that out of all these months and the hours and hours that we put into these videos and stuff, that we get to actually see the audience that we comment with over at HHN, an event that we love. Yeah. So definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 20, by the way, Jason.
I wanted to go back to,
I think
it was Michelle's comment.
Michelle.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Do you guys remember seeing the spec map last year? I'm assuming the first one. And if so, were the actual houses quite different? Compared to the last speculation map, it was pretty much spot on. But compared to the first one, there were some differences.
Yeah.
Not a ton of differences. It was a little. I'm going to get him.
Hold up the dog. He's, like I said, the dog has been. He knows what we're doing and he wants the attention. So he'll do anything necessary to get our attention. So we've already found out that chewing through an electrical cord is not good. We found that out. But yeah, I think carrying on what Stephanie was saying, when in 2020's version of the speculation map, because there were some things that were changed throughout. But if you look at last year, because they've had like technically 2 years to really speculate, talk, and find out what's going on, I think last year's is probably going to be one of their more accurate ones over the time.
Yeah.
Just because it's been there for a while. So, because we already knew like Beetlejuice was coming. We had a feling that Brides was coming. Tooth Fairy was coming back. So that's 3 out of your 10 houses. And then the original houses, they were pretty spot on. But I don't know. Steph and I this year, we felt like this is supposed to be another like big year. Kind of like HHN 25 was a big year. And then 26, they brought one icon back and kind of slowed it down. And then had these like non-themed years until HHN 30.
Yeah.
So
and also last year was kind of weird because they technically had 2 years to kind of perfect the speculation map. Because the first year that 2020, when it got canceled, the speculation map was very similar because they were using a lot of those same houses. So it looked like for 2020, you can kind of see a little bit. He's trying to chew on your hands.
What are you doing?
So you can see that in the speculation map before 2020's event. They had Universal Monsters, The Brides. So similar, but not exact. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which we know happened. bedtime stories, which I'm assuming is Tooth Fairy, similar to that. Horror Nights Icons, which we did get that house. Anniversary House, which I think that ended up turning into Scary. So that one was kind of on point. Pumpkin Original, which Wicked Growth, I think that's what that ended up being. Mannequin Theater, which ended up being Puppet Theater. Haunting of Hill House, we know we got that. Beetlejuice, we know we got that. And then Billie Eilish, which we know didn't happen. In 2021, then they came out with a new speculation map, and those were all pretty much the same, except Puppet Theater, of course, was changed to actually Puppet Theater. Bride of Frankenstein Lives, because we know we got Bride of Frankenstein Lives and Revenge of the Tooth Fairy in 2020, and then we got that preview of Puppet Theater in 2020 as well. So all three of those were like confirmed before the speculation map was even released. And then pretty much everything was spot on except for Creepshow, which I can't remember what ended up being in place of that.
Creepshow, well, it was like Creepshow and then Halloween 3, and then they ultimately switched it to Case Files. That's what it ended up being.
Yeah.
So
it's
they were pretty spot on.
They're pretty spot on most of the time. But it also, you know, that year, those 2 years, I guess, we had a lot of originals versus IPs. Yeah. So we got like...
Dude, come here.
He has so much energy.
I need you to lay down.
So we got like kind of ideas of what the houses were going to be, but not like the house exactly because it's an original. Whereas with an IP, it's not going to be like kind of. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
He is under your chair.
Yeah, he was under both of ours. All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, basically, it's typically pretty similar, but a few things change here and there.
Yeah, I would say they're like usually like 50% spot on, and then 90% is like accurately. Go ahead. I think he's got to go out.
Hey. All right, I'm gonna take him out.
Yeah, go ahead, take him out. I'm so sorry. We got a child, and this is what it's like having a child. It's great. I'm gonna scoot over. So sorry. But yeah, anyways, what was I saying? They're like 90% pretty accurate with the general ideas of what they have for the event. At least with last year's like speculation map that they had, their last version at least. And then this year, we just get the feeling that you look at it, we were expecting something huge. Now, the reason why I feel like we were expecting something huge is because we put it in our own minds, and especially the community itself. I'm not trying to bash on the community here or anything. We're a part of it. But honestly, I feel like we get ourselves hyped up for ideas like, oh, Scream's got to come. Like they had the movie this year. Like they were going to do it one year. Like, why not do it this year? This would be perfect. And then we get our minds like focused on Scream being a house, Scream. And then HHN's like, no, like we're not doing that this year. And then we kind of get ourselves let down. So sometimes as a community, we need to step back and just let HHN do what they're going to do. They usually do a great job anyways. But I feel like for some reason, this speculation map is not 100% accurate.
Chill out there.
Okay. I feel like the spec map like is just throwing some ideas out there, but I feel like at least 3 to 4 might actually change. But we'll see. So, and then Ozzy. Oh, here's some flight money to get you to Hollywood. I'll be there opening weekend again. Hope to reunite with you and others met last year. Expect that. This looks decent. We need Universal Monsters, Gilman's Lagoon. Dude, I would love Universal Monsters. Thank you so much for the 20, by the way. And yeah, I mean, honestly, some flight money to Hollywood. I saw Ozzy, Elizabeth. I think there's another person that mentioned asking, and some other people on Instagram have been asking me if we plan to go to HHN Hollywood this year. Like
we're thinking about it.
We've been thinking about it. We thought about it last year.
Yeah.
And it's just like with our time and our schedule, it's been really hard to fit it in. Even doing these videos, it's been really hard to fit any of that in. But
maybe
it's actually a better chance that we may go this year than last year.
Yeah. For sure.
We have some things we're planning. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I don't want to put any promises out there.
I know some people were talking about Nope coming to Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Which I'd be excited for that. We know Jordan Peele's movies are really good, and This one looks like it's gonna be really weird.
Yeah.
So I'm excited not only to see the movie, but if they do the house, that'd be cool too.
I may actually see that movie too because I'm interested. It's not like I'm not a fan of like completely gory, creepy stuff, but like things that are like
just weird
and stuff like I can do.
Yeah.
The way I'm picturing it is, and this is gonna sound weird. It's like aliens, I guess, like UFO kind of stuff,
like
right?
That, yeah.
It seems like that. So I'm just picturing it's like killer clowns completely refurbished.
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting in my mind. But yeah. I forgot what we were saying. Oh, yeah, we may go to Hollywood. If you guys if we do plan to go to Hollywood to go see HHN there, we'll let you guys know, and we'll probably do a whole vlogging series of it. We're not really the channel to go to for information about HHN Hollywood.
No.
We focus on Orlando only, and we do get a lot of people from the West Coast that talk with us, and we love it. But knowledge-wise, the events are completely different, so we don't really focus much on the information for it. But if we do plan to go, we'll just go for fun and just vlog it and give you guys our whole experience on it. So
Chris did make a good point that the Us House wasn't very good, which I have to agree with. Was not a big fan of the Us House.
That was interesting.
I wasn't a big fan of it. And it does seem like it would be a little hard to pull off like outdoor things. That's my biggest issue with a lot of people really wanted to see like Midsommar come to HHN. I don't think that would be possible. And even if they did it, I don't think it would do it justice because it's all outdoors in the sun. Like, I just don't think that that would be possible. Same with possibly this movie too. So,
yeah. What Steph said. I've never seen Midsommar, so great. Also, Jim Daniels dropping $50. Jeez.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys like you don't have to give us any money. I know, like we put out there saying like we got a Patreon and like supporting us means a lot because we really want to focus on doing this and continue this. And I mean, just doing a video takes how long? It's a full day to edit, and then to record and script is another day. And then when we go out to the parks, it takes a lot of our time, obviously. But we just enjoy purely doing it. But honestly, when you guys do things like this, like Jim, Ozzy, and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name, Jason.
Yeah.
When you guys do things like that, it's like I don't want to get too emotional, but it means a lot,
nice.
And we really appreciate it, guys. Seriously, but really enjoy the info. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Jim. We appreciate you. The reason why we do the work is for you, only for
Just
you, Jim.
you.
That's it. That's the only person. So honestly, seriously appreciate it, guys. All right. Let's see.
There were a few questions in there. I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, we're going to go to, I'm going to take a second. We're going to try to catch up on some of the questions that you guys got here. Keep talking. Jay said, scariest HHN house you guys been in?
I think ours are different because we've talked about this before. I think mine is probably Dead Exposure, Patient Zero, just because of the strobing that like made it really scary.
I heard it was really dark at certain scenes.
But he never went in that one, so.
No, I never got to go through. I didn't get to go through any of the 2018 houses except for the Stranger Things and Halloween 4. It's the only houses I got a chance to go through, unfortunately. But scariest house for me, it's hard because I have like a couple of different experiences with houses, but I would say Scarecrow was one because I remember coming up to the facade, and this was in 2017. Scarecrow the Reaping.
Elizabeth said that Scarecrow is rumored in Hollywood.
Oh, Scarecrow would be amazing.
Yeah.
But that house honestly freaked me out because it was still like one of my first times actually being at HHN, like at all. And I remember coming up to that house and seeing that facade, and it was just like, okay. But it was still a well done house. Also.
He's playing with something out there.
Can you go check him?
Sounds like a bottle cap.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you get?
What is he doing? Okay. And we're back to just me. Anyways, with the questions too, we're gonna try to go into some of the questions and talk about a few things. Like I said, it's a very like nonchalant, like live. We don't really have anything big to kind of talk about. We just wanted to kind of update you guys on a couple of things, talk about some stuff, and then get with some questions with you guys, just to talk and engage. But I think the next live, if I'm not mistaken, we're trying to do like every other week on a Tuesday.
That's currently what's worked out for our schedule. We want to increase the amount of lives that we do. So like every other week. He's all good? Okay. We're getting the all clear. But every other week I want to do a live, and this live for this week or whatever didn't really have much of a plan besides just getting with you guys and talking. And then I believe that the next live that we decide to do, we have some plans where we want to do like some trivia games, and I believe we should have another announcement. Excuse me. Don't quote me on that, because we've also heard word that HHN may not even be announcing things till later in this year than normal, which sucks. I get it, but sucks at the same time. So yeah. So our next lives, actually all our lives coming up and stuff, every single one, as well as every video that we do, we're going to try to be adding new things to it, trying to engage with you guys. We'll be doing like trivias, and we're going to be doing stuff live with you guys. We may even bring some of you guys onto the show and like do something where you see both of us on the screen, just like talking about questions, first time experiences and things like that. And we do have a plan. Like I know for Countdown to HHN that we did last year was our first season. It was this great idea that I had, and I was never able to fully go with it because that's, if you guys don't remember, that was a situation where we were moving around a lot. We were still traveling around, and we came back here to Orlando, and we were staying at Universal hotels for like 3 weeks, and we were going from hotel to hotel until we finally got a place temporarily. So we didn't fully get the time to do the videos that we wanted to, but I think this year we might. So season 2 to Countdown to HHN, we're going to have like all these things where we do like interviews and like game shows, live talks, and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun the closer to HHN that we get. So I just want to apologize that this one's kind of just out there, just whatever. So
I gave him a Kong.
A Kong.
Some food in it. Hopefully that'll occupy him.
Yeah.
Out of all the speculated houses, which do you want to see at the event the most? I think I would really like to see Fear Street. I remember watching that last year and thinking like this would be a really good HHN house. So I'm definitely interested to see that, especially because while I was watching it, I was thinking like how they would do it. Mm-hmm. So I love like being able to like think about how they would do it and then seeing how they actually do it. So I think that would be really cool. He didn't see Fear Street. He saw like a few minutes of each one, I think.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Like, I don't know. Maybe I will. If it's coming to the event, I guess I'll watch it.
It's not that bad.
They're 3. Yeah, it's not that like they're scary or anything that I can't handle them. It's more the fact that like she's already watched them and I didn't. Steph's not really big of a person to like watch things she's already watched. So
no, I don't like rewatching things. I like new things.
Yeah,
but I'd rewatch it.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess we'll watch together.
We'll see.
But for me, I guess I don't know. The Universal Classic Monsters house.
Yeah.
Because none of them really pop out to me. They're like, oh, I really want to see like maybe the Halloween one I would like to see. Because I do enjoy the Halloween franchise a little bit and the new ones. But The Last of Us would be kind of cool. The Evil Dead would be cool because I saw the movie, but I don't know. I would say the Universal Classic Monster one. I would like to see Wolfman and The Mummy, which would be an interesting one. But I was hoping for a Creature House too. So
yeah, I
think a lot of us were.
We were.
So, but yeah. Also, again, Ozzy dropping another $20. Here's another for the puppy. If we do get a Chupacabra in Orlando, how hype are you for it? Also, buy me a Never Go Alone shirt. Yeah, they actually those shirts, they still have them out in the stores and the ornaments, which we did do that giveaway and all that stuff. And I don't know if Ann is here. Ann was actually our giveaway winner, which is really exciting. She went last year for her first time, and she got plans and stuff for this year, which is really exciting. So hopefully we get to meet her. But she won our giveaway, which was the ornament, but they still have the shirt out there.
Yeah.
So we feel about it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just right now I feel like, you know, HHN's kind of like, all right, we're getting ready, and we're over here like, all right, we'll wait till like the good stuff comes out because it's been a tease. That's what HHN is, and it's like we're stressed out about other things right now. Like, don't be playing with our hearts. So,
I like that question.
Which one? Right here.
We have a video, an older video from last year.
Was it this?
About how scary HHN is. Like, how scary is HHN?
Mm-hmm.
It says, but you never actually answer the question. For both of you, put it on a scale of 1 to 10. So this is probably...
I think it's very opinionated.
I mean, yeah, of course. It depends on... But I think he's asking, like, personally. Honestly, for me, I probably put it at, like, a 3.
Yeah.
I can go through the houses by myself, like, and for the most part, like, I might get a jump, but it's one of those things where, like, you get a jump and then immediately you kind of, like, laugh at yourself. I never, like, am ever actually scared at the event, I don't think.
Yeah.
So I would give it, like, a 3. I've been through scarier houses, but I don't think I've ever been through a haunted house where I've been at, like, a 10, like, cardiac arrest. I can't, like, move any further. So, I don't know. What about you?
So, of course, I'm not the biggest, like, horror person and all. And I don't like scary things. I'm not for creepy stuff. I don't like going into, like, haunted places or haunts. Yeah. And HHN's like a 2, 3. Okay, I'd probably give it, like, a 4. A max.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's just because, like, we both have seen it on both sides.
That does kind of bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, very, very much. Actually, a lot. But just even from a guest perspective, it's like, yes, HHN is scary. And this is, of course, very opinionated. So it's a touchy subject because sometimes we'll tell people like, oh, it's not that bad. And then we had people commenting saying like, oh, HHN is the scariest thing ever. But it is opinionated. Some people think it is absolutely the most terrifying thing there is. And then other people are like, oh, it's nothing, you know. And then when you compare it to like other haunts throughout the U.S. and stuff, HHN is just, it's an event that is so well put together because it's the budget for it. I mean, they have so much in the budget to take care of it. They have so many people behind the scenes. And I mean, it's just months and months and years of work that go into the event that it's so great with the quality that I know HHN puts out there that, like, you know, they want to scare you. And of course, that is their goal, to scare you. Yeah. But it's Universal Orlando. It's a family theme park. Their job is not to make you go in there, be absolutely frightened. You're like, we don't want to go back. Like, they want you to go there, get like a jump scare and be like, oh, and like feel the adrenaline that and the thrill that scaring people gives you, kind of, you know, sense that you were like, oh, I want to go back. Like, so it's a whole different atmosphere. So that's why most people, when they're like, oh, Brian, like, you don't like horror stuff and you know, you're scared of things, like, why is HHN such a big deal for you? Because I think it's very different. I don't think their priority is to absolutely scare you. It's more to amaze you and get you addicted to the event. So that's my short version.
And Elizabeth made a good point that it also depends on if you get the scares. And at HHN, or at least Orlando, you go through a conga line. They push you through like literally one person after the other. So you're not going in like just your group. So sometimes you can go through a house and not get a single scare because the group in front of you keeps getting them, or the group behind you keeps getting them.
It's happened to us too. When you go through, they have things called cast changes where they're swapping the cast. And sometimes you'll go through and that's happening. So you'll go like half of the house and there's nothing, which to me is kind of creepy because you know somebody's supposed to be there. And when nobody's coming out, you're like, all right.
I know that's a bull.
Yeah, it's like, where are they? So it makes it a little more like freakier for me. But honestly, like, I think HHN, for somebody like Stephanie who loves horror, it's a great place to go. And somebody like me who doesn't like horror, it's still enjoyable. So it's one of those things where it's very opinionated. I always tell people, go give it a shot, try it, because you don't have to do the houses. You can go see the scare zones. You can be from a distance. You can still ride the ride. So there's still a good, like, you can still have a good time if you don't want the scares.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
We got a few
good question, by the way.
Questions on the plexiglass, or like the plastic dividers. I don't think they will have them. They haven't said anything, but I really don't think they'll have them this year. They're having, you know, not so much like meet and greets. They're having like, you know, their normal daily operation for the most part. You know, the people in the parades and everything are on the ground. They're talking to guests. They're like supposed to be like 3 feet apart, but they're still like up close to them. They're not like divided. So I think that restrictions
have definitely dropped.
Especially like you think about it with like HHN, it's September, October, and the way everything has been going, it seems like they're not going to go that route. We know a lot of people talked about not liking the plexiglass in like HHN surveys and also I don't think they're going to go that route, but we don't want to put out there that like, oh, they're not doing it because we're not official. We're not an official source. We're just a YouTube channel that, you know.
We can't see them doing it this year, especially like the maintenance of them. I'm sure like they had to clean them every day, and some of them probably fell down and broke. So I can imagine that if they don't have to do them, they won't do them.
Yeah. Also, I hope I'm saying this right. Jose Maradon. I don't know why I'm putting my Latin accent into it, but seeing at HoloStream Orlando last year, was it the one that you saw when you were throwing away the water bottle or something?
Possibly.
I think somebody came up to you
outside of the monster stomp or whatever.
Hey, how's it going? Anyways, throwing up we're gonna randomly quick one here.
What did we think of the scare zones last year?
The scare zones. Which one do you see that?
It's like some of them. Heather said it, but somebody said it above her too. Some of them were really good, and some of them were not. So I don't think any of them were like a huge disappointment. We really liked Eddie's zone. What's that face? Gorewood Forest was a huge letdown for us. What was the other one called?
See, that's why it's not important. Crypt TV.
I mean,
30 years, 30 years.
Okay, yes, all of those were disappointing.
Yeah.
The only one that we really liked, I guess, was Eddie's.
Yeah.
I liked Eddie's.
The way I'm gonna put this is like, so Stephanie is with me 24/7, and I come up with ridiculous ideas, and they're always over the top. And I feel like I put our mindset to that level, and then when we go to do certain things, we're kind of like, oh, that's not what we thought. That's kind of my fault. But that's how we thought with the streets last year. The other day, I was actually looking back at some of our old videos, just analyzing them for YouTube reasons. But I went back and I saw our HHN opening weekend one, and I remember seeing where we're like, the streets are like awesome. And I look back and I was like, who's that? Like, who said that? In our opinion, honestly, the streets were very mediocre. One reason what I really loved is that they were doing some of like triggers and stuff in the streets that they usually do in the houses. And I think that adds a different effect into the streets, more lively in the streets, with the performers being able to directly somewhat communicate to the audience.
Yeah.
Without like, or whatever. Yeah. It tells a story. Their triggers still kind of give them more of their character and their role without them having to do much but click the trigger.
Right.
So I think that enhanced, and we could see some of the positives from last year, but I feel like because they had to put them on stages and back them off, it was kind of like we felt like we were walking through a museum. Like with Crypt TV, you walk in and you're just like, cool, like cool. And then it was also very clustered there. But
they need to not do a scare zone there.
Yeah.
Sometimes, what was it? 2 years ago, they did a chainsaw horde in that area, and that was good because it kept people moving. They weren't stopping to look at things. Like the chainsaws were getting people to like run through there really nice and fast. So I think for this year, I think the best thing to do is put a chainsaw horde there and Simpsons. Again, because they didn't do that last year.
Yeah, we were missing
and not
the
put a scare
horde
zone there.
Yeah. And honestly, what's interesting too is I think I have to look back at it, but the speculation map had a scare zone in that normal spot in San Francisco. But if they're going to do a Fast and Furious house, I wonder if they're going to let out
right there.
Probably
not.
I hope not. Honestly, I think from last time when I looked at it, I think they're going to let out where the first aid center is so they can revolve it there. But if not, that whole area would be very clustered. So what is the longest you would wait in line for a house?
Depends on what house it is.
Depends on what house it is. Depends on what day it is. If it's the last night and there's like one house, for instance, like Wicked Growth or like Icons, you know, even Haunting and Hill House. Yeah. Wicked Growth. I kid you not. This is going to sound weird. I would wait 4 hours for that house. I would honestly wait 4 hours for the house.
But if it was like,
because we just enjoyed it. We have personal, sentimental reasons.
Yeah.
We used to go through that pumpkin little tunnel, take photos and stuff like that. Even our friend Unfriendly Hero, if you guys know who that is, check him on Instagram. He's somebody that we've been like working with recently, and somebody we actually have some big plans coming up later in this year for Horror Nights. We're excited. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but we're working with him, and we went through the house like on Halloween. It was technically it was the night before Halloween, and when midnight struck, when it was Halloween officially, we were in Wicked Growth, and the Pumpkin Lord came out. Like it was fantastic. So that, like moments like that, I would wait an entire day for. But then you got houses like Beetlejuice, which if it was like 15 minutes, I'm skipping it still. So
yeah. And if it's like downpouring or like really, really hot and the line's out in the sun, like there are a lot of variables, but hope that answers the question.
I think it all depends, but honestly, if we go like on a normal night, and last year we didn't have Fast Pass every night, we only got it for opening night. This year, I think we're going to get like the ultimate one and do Fast Pass for all houses every night. I think the most we would honestly wait is like 30 minutes is good. 45 minutes is pushing it. But if it's over 45 minutes, I don't think we would wait for a house just because we're there every night. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, Jim, this is not a game. Hope the scare zones are better this year. Thought they were boring last year.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say one other thing about the scare zones, and then we kind of moved on. But I feel like even the year before that, they weren't that great. Like, I wasn't a huge fan 29? Of the year before that. Yeah, I know you liked like Anarcade. Was not a huge fan of Anarcade.
Yeah, I actually really loved it.
Anarcade. I saw somebody said like they loved Vanity Ball. Didn't really care for Vanity Ball that much. And then what was it? It was Zombieland.
Yeah, Zombieland Double
really
Tap.
Care for that one
and then the Viking one was like eh.
But the year before that, the scare zones were amazing.
Oh, 2018 scare zones was like. Honestly, that was probably the best year of scare zones I've experienced.
That was such a good year.
I mean, they had the Chucky scare zone, which was like solid. They had that little stage with Chucky came out, which was really cool.
And
they had
characters were all really good there.
Yeah, they were. And then Vamp 85, which is one of our favorite scare zones of all time. That was even in there. And then
Killer
you had
Clowns.
That was 2017. 2018. No, 2018. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
Oh, so Killer Clowns was a street.
And Twisted Tradition.
Twisted Tradition. That was a street. That was beautiful. So and they even had that like the one that was in the main section, production central.
That was just like all the that was
previewed
the harvest.
Yeah, it was like a harvest where it previewed the some of the IPs that were in the event that year, but they had like scarecrow type of looking people. So
but the pumpkin stilts that were there were really
cool. They're awesome.
So that was a great year for scare zones. Hopefully they bring some of that back.
Yeah, honestly, that year was great. And then 2019 was kind of like, I love the music to 2019. You can ask Steph. I listen to 29's music list all the time. But 2019 scare zones were like, eh. And then last year was like really lacking. We understand why, but
hopefully they're better this year.
Yeah. But anyways, again, thank you for the 50. We're cutting you off, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
no
it.
More.
You're done. We appreciate it though. Vamp 85, yeah. See, Jackson even said 28 scare zones right here. Vamp 85, Chucky, Killer Clowns, Twisted Traditions, The Harvest. I mean, that's just a great lineup, and they were also like very like different, unique. Only thing I think that was the same was like Twisted Traditions, The Harvest. Those kind of like
The Harvest was supposed to be something else, and then last minute got changed. I can't remember what it was supposed to be, but I think last minute got changed, and they kind of just like threw things that they already had like out there.
Mm-hmm. Now I got two good questions that I want to bring up onto the screen. Like real quick, like this is kind of like becoming like a Q&A. Like I said, I'm sorry that this one is like very short. We don't really have much details that we can publicly talk about. We have some things that we can talk about, which we did. And then I believe by our next live, which we planned in 2 weeks, we'll do another one. If we don't decide to do one next week, we'll do another one if you guys enjoy this, where we'll get back on and just talk about some things currently going on without having to sit down, do a video, take 3 days to get it out and all that stuff. But do we think that Nightmare Fuel will come back? Yes and no. Like I'm like 95% like, yes, it's coming back. And then 5% of me is kind of like,
if they don't bring it back, I will be very upset, or something similar.
Yeah. And Nightmare Fuel was great. I personally enjoyed it. I know you liked it. There are certain scenes in there that we enjoyed. There are some scenes that we like. Some of the dancing we don't care for much personally.
I like the dancing.
You like the dancing.
I'm
not a yeah, you're yeah. I'm not a dancer, I don't care. But I feel like Nightmare Fuel will come back. Last year they were supposed to have like the original like Fuel Girls and everything from the UK comes to the event, and then because of flight restrictions and things going on in the past 2 years, they couldn't go with their full idea. So I don't know if they're going to say like, all right, this year let's do it the way we wanted to and let's go full with it. But then they could have another idea, which I don't know what else it could be. Like,
I don't know. I
can't remember the last time they did a show and then the next year had a new show and then the next year had a new show because they had.
I think it would be. I think them having it in-house this year or this last year, and having it do really well is more like incentive for them to keep it in-house rather than doing something like Academy of Villains where they bring it from outside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
I like them just having like dancers and like performers from Universal do it. They can have full control over it. Whereas like with Academy of Villains, they're basically just like, make a dance for us.
Yeah,
and then Academy of Villains does whatever they want to do. I like Universal having their hands on
I don't know if you guys know, but the Nightmare Fuel, most of those performers, not all of them, the ones who were doing like the aerialists and the fire and all that stuff, those were like contracted performers that came in. But majority of those dancers and all that stuff, that's all Universal. And the choreographing and all that was really done by Universal, which is really good because that's their badge. They can promote that, which is great.
Yeah.
So and just if you guys didn't know that.
And it's probably cheaper for them. I would assume it's cheaper for them. Yeah. So I think that they would keep doing that. And I would love to see, something similar to Nightmare Fuel again, like dancing, specialty acts, those sorts of things.
The intro to Nightmare Fuel was awesome.
Yeah.
That
magic, would love to see more magic. Yeah. Or something similar to like Bill and Ted's, where it's more like a storyline, like play.
See, that's what
rather than
I love
a dancing show.
But I do feel like Nightmare Fuel will come back to an extent, but I feel like we'll get more word about a show in the next 2 months. I think by June we'll get some word about it or something out there. Now this is an interesting question from Rob: Sir Henry's versus HHN. Now, if you guys don't know Sir Henry's, I know that some of the people in this live may not actually know what Sir Henry's is. We've done 2 videos on them in the past. They are an incredible home haunt. Actually, it's one of those haunts. Like, we go to HHN every year, all the time. We've done like Hollow Scream SeaWorld. We did Hollow Scream Busch Gardens. And I think we've done some other ones and stuff. Screamageddon, Stream and Scream, and there's some other ones that we've done, but Hollow Scream is great, and SeaWorld, it's like we went, it was like, okay, cool, great. And we know that I think they made a decent amount of money from it, so they can increase continuously every year. I was telling Steph, like, give it 5 years, and we'll see how Hollow Scream, was that him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's wanting to come in. And I think after 5 years, Hollow Scream Orlando will pick it up. But Sir Henry's Haunted Trail is a local home haunt that's in Lakeland, and it's honestly really fantastic. It's a group of like 4 people, I believe, that puts together like these houses. It's like 3 mazes that they get to put through. Good. Yeah. And right now, like, we follow them on Instagram and everything. We see like their continuous progress and construction that they do. And they have to start like right away to start building. They've done a Christmas event, they've done a Valentine's event, and then of course Halloween. But if you're putting them compared to Halloween Horror Nights, which is like the deity of like haunts, in my opinion, I mean, we're gonna pick HHN, but Sir Henry's is one of those, like, if we're like, all right, we did HHN, for 3 weeks in a row, like, once Sir Henry's opens up in October, we love going. We just think
it's definitely a different vibe too.
Yeah, but I think they know what they're doing. Like, I feel like compared to some other haunts, I feel like they have more of a storyline connection to the audience that others don't have quite down-packed.
And you can tell that they put a lot of effort and a lot of like passion into it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like there are some where you can tell they're just like trying to make money.
Yeah, or they're just trying to be scary.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think Sir Henry's is one of those. Of course, they're trying to be scary, but they also have a vision to give you guys a story that they want you to experience. And for what they have, honestly.
Yeah.
So Sir Henry's is great, but we're always going to give it to HHN because
They
HHN
have a lot more money.
it's at Universal. They have a lot more money. They
Yeah.
have 10 houses. They got 5 scare zones, 2 shows, themed food and drinks. They got the attractions and
everything. Yeah.
so it's really hard to put it up to anything. But
yeah.
we would honestly say HHN and then Sir Henry's is second for us.
Yeah.
And then you got Hollow Scream and all that stuff going down. Let's catch up with some of the comments here. We also, I didn't click on it. I think Blue Hawk is the one that said it. But if we're going to go to Netherworld this year, we don't have any plans to go to Netherworld this year.
I would love to see Brian go through Netherworld.
Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. I don't know. We'll plan depending on how the channel goes. If this is probably going to be my ultimate nightmare, but if it gets to a point where this channel is being successful and people want more haunts than just HHN, which we personally want to plan to keep it just HHN and all that stuff, but if it gets to a point where it gets bigger and people want to see more haunts, we may venture out and see some haunts.
Someone did ask scare level of Screamageddon while we're on that topic. And is it worth it? I would say if you like if you're looking for like scary houses and more like raw houses rather than like production level, I would say it's worth it. For the price. It's not too expensive. Now, if you want to know how scary it is, go back and watch our video of Screamageddon. I think that was 2020. Go back and watch that because we were able to film inside the houses and Brian's reactions will tell you everything you need to know about how scary it is.
He's wanting to go to bed.
I know.
Screamageddon was one of the more scarier experiences I've had. And I honestly think it's because I had no idea what to expect and their scares are watch out for hold on 1 second, guys. Watch out for the
I know.
We're trying to get the dog on the bed, but
say hi.
Oh. He had your hair on his head. He looked like he had a wig.
I know.
Dude looks like a lady. He's gotten so big. We've had him for 2 weeks and he's already doubled his weight almost.
He's getting big.
Oh. Lay down.
There you go.
I'm sorry, guys. 1 second.
Lay down right there.
I'm trying to get this adjusted. We have a puppy who wants attention.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Stay right there. There you go. All right. Anyways, what were we saying? Oh, yeah. Screamageddon. So, yeah, we actually have a video up. Oh, no.
He dropped his bone.
Look at it. We have a video up from 2020 that we did Screamageddon. And we had special permission to go through the houses. So, you guys get to see my reactions to it going through those houses.
It's pretty funny.
No.
It's a good time.
Yeah. It's also like early channel stuff from us.
Oh, yeah.
So like the quality is not the greatest, but yeah. So if you want to check it out, we if you're wanting something raw and scary, what are you doing? Are you tossing this to me? Here, go get it. I don't know if I would recommend it, but sure. Okay, put up, guys.
Again, said that she enjoys seeing the puppy and asked if he is a German Shepherd. He is a German Shepherd and Mastiff mix.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big boy.
Yeah.
We're hoping so. Moving
Elizabeth
on.
likes this Screamageddon video.
Really?
Good to hear.
Glad you enjoyed it, Elizabeth.
I think it might be my favorite video that we've ever done.
Really?
I just like watching Brian scream.
There were some moments where going through the house, we would get to like a corner or a scene where there's no scare actors, and we're going into the next room we're seeing.
He wouldn't move.
And it was like dark, and I put the camera down. I told Steph, we gotta wait till people catch up to us, because that's an event where they like pulse you through. Yeah. So you're like your own group going through, and I was not enjoying that. Did a light go off? I noticed the lighting is a little different. Maybe
there was also a part of one of the houses where it was basically like a maze. Like you couldn't figure out how to get out. And it was also strobing at the same time. And there were scare actors in it. And we finally got out of there. Like we were walking around, just wandering around for forever. And we finally got out of there. And I looked at Brian and I went, it was the first house we went in. And I looked at him and I went, are you okay? Because I knew it was bad.
Just go let him out. All right. So Stephanie and Hondo, they're going to go for a long walk to Hondo World. But yeah, so anyways.
Are you going to end it?
No, I'll wait till you. Should I end it?
No.
What do you think?
I'll take them really quick.
You know, I'll end it. It's fine.
Okay.
Goodbye.
And I'll say goodbye.
Come say goodbye to everyone. We're going to end it
Okay.
soon anyways. And we're at like 55 minutes. I want to keep it like at an hour. So
Sorry for the interruptions.
We're working. We got the dog. He's a baby. He's only 4 months old now. We've had him for 2 weeks.
We're potty trained.
So yeah, we're working on some training, and we want to get him ready so that when we go to HHN, he'll be fine because we're planning to be at HHN a lot. But anyways, everyone say bye to Steph. It's always great having her along. But
I might make it back, but we'll see.
We'll see. All right.
Okay.
It's like a challenge.
Yes.
We're gonna try to get off before she gets back. All right. Kids, if you want them, good luck. So anyways, 56 minutes that we went into the live. We kind of like went away from all like Halloween Horror Nights talk. We got into some of y'all's questions, which I really appreciate you guys with the questions and all keeping us engaged and everything. Especially to all of you guys who have donated. Jim, $100. That's crazy. That don't blame you. But yeah. I don't really know much to talk about when it comes to like HHN at the moment. We just haven't really had much going on. I just know we got constructions and rumors and speculations, and we're not really the type of people that want to throw out like rumors and speculations much because I have all these ideas, but of course they're just like all in my mind and none of them are like guaranteed. So I don't want to play with anybody's feelings. Unless you guys want that, then of course like I can go on it for another like 2 days talking about that stuff. But when it comes to like HHN, that's pretty much all that we have. We do expect, honestly, in the next 2 weeks until our next live that we do, I do expect HHN to throw something out there, whether it's like a house announcement or a scare zone, or if they even just put like another like teaser video or something about this year's event, like theming wise. I do expect something to come out mid-April. I don't see them going an entire month of April with nothing announced. I feel like we may get something in April. We may get like something in May, something small. And then like June, July, they're going to just one after the other be giving us announcements. So other than that, though, just going to keep it short and everything. RIP camera or RIP battery, if you guys know that. See, Haunt Informer put that in there. That's exactly what we've been going through. Welcome back.
He had an accident.
Oh, he had an accident now. So
It was on the vinyl, though. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we've just been cleaning up accidents over and over. But anyways, I want to quick. Darren said, do you guys think that HHN might be holding back this year due to all the construction issues this year, like losing Shrek and permanent demolition fear factor? I don't think that they're holding back, honestly, because fear factor is going to stay during HHN, so they might be able to reuse it. Shrek being lost, I feel like they replaced it with a fear I keep saying this. I want to say Fear Factor Fear Street, but it's Fast and Furious. They put a tent there in Fast and Furious, so I feel like they made up for it. It may not be an elaborate type of house that they could do like they have done in Shrek. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like the speculation map is still going to kind of throw us off, waiting for more. But anyways, we're going to actually go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. We want to thank all of you guys for coming out for the support. We're reaching almost about an hour now in the stream.
Yeah.
And like I said, we just wanted to keep it just simple, talk about a couple things and everything and get to chat with you guys. And then we promise that in the next live that we do, we're going to have like a lot more for you guys. We're going to do like maybe even like a trivia and other things. We're planning to try to do as much as we can for you guys this year.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something?
Someone asked about if they'll do something for like, since it's the 31st with the significance of like Halloween being the 31st, like they did Sweet 16. Would love to see that, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, somebody mentioned that to us a while ago too. And like, we really hope so because that'd be neat. But it's like, don't be shocked if they don't. But at the same time, I feel like HHN they
think
see
they
that.
will.
So
Yeah.
but yeah. So anyways, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. I do want to mention this. We're gonna put this out there real quick for you guys. We've been working on like some products and stuff like merchandise items for our Patreon members. We haven't really been posting much on Patreon because I have this whole list of like ideas and stuff that I've been working on, and they've just been taking so long. And I actually had like 3 videos ready to go, and then I had to like delete them because I didn't like them and all that stuff. So we're working on things with Patreon to get our members there like more exclusive content, everything. But we actually have these stickers here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I don't know if you guys can. Oh. Hold on.
It worked for a second.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
This is gonna be weird. I'm sorry. It says "All hail Lil Boo."
I have it on my water bottle.
Oh yeah, Steph's got it on her water bottle. But we have these little stickers and all that. So all of our
my Mel's tie-in and
Dracula. But all of our current Patreon members and any of our future ones and stuff, we have products like these little stickers, and we're even thinking about doing like maybe like shirts or like other like little knickknacks and stuff for HHN this year. But all of our members are going to be able to get one of these, and we're going to send them out to all of them. So if you guys are a Patreon member, we will be sending you guys things like that. It is a monthly like subscription thing and all that stuff, but it does help support our channel so we can be able to continuously do this, have the equipment, go to the events, produce and all. But
like Brian said, we'll be posting more like exclusive things on there. We've been working on like some blooper videos because we have a lot of bloopers from our
we have
recording.
some serious stuff, guys.
And doing stuff like that. We're also thinking about doing like lives specifically for Patreon members, like in the park and things like that.
Yeah, we're still working with what we want to do because I think we have a list, like I'm talking like a novel of ideas that we're going to do for YouTube, just for like YouTube general, for exclusive content for our Patreon members, and then for our account on the HHN and all that stuff. So we have a lot going on, but we just want to put out there saying like to all our Patreon members and stuff. And if you guys do become a Patreon member, we'll be making more stickers like this because they are like our Patreon members. They are like in tiers and they have certain names that they go to. And then we put y'all's names in our videos and stuff like that. So we're planning to do a lot more, but they will be receiving stickers like that and stuff. So we're excited for that. Stephanie's been working on some things like that just for fun because we enjoy it. So. But anyways, that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. I know I said we were leaving like 2 hours ago, but we're done now. Did he just bark? What are you barking at? See, he's yelling at us to end it.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are done.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for all of you guys for coming in and joining us and just supporting us. Honestly, it's really exciting when we get this like off season of HHN and we're just like, all right, we want to come back and try to make some videos and see that we still have the support of the community. Like, yes, bring HHN. It's always a good feeling. So I wish I had the music going on that we normally have in our videos so we can be like, that's it. Can't wait to catch you guys in the next video. Until then, catch you guys in the fog. All that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, we're going to go. You guys have a great night. And we'll have another video ready coming up soon. And hopefully get an announcement. And then we'll let you guys know more about the next live and stuff and what we got planned out. So good night.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Dun, dun, dun.